make the book because my friend said she didn't see the majority of it. So you take your 4 pieces of paper so that you can tape them together in this manner. So you want to try and have, I imagine a square would work, but you want a T seam. Okay, you got them all taped together. Let me know. I'm popping out chat so that I can see it, all of it, and also see. So, hopefully, we've got our 4 sheets of paper taped together. After you get the 4 sheets of paper taped together, you want to fold them in half. Sorry, I hit the camera. And then fold them in half. That way. In fourths. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is everybody with me so far? Says my server connected. Oh, okay. Are you with me now? I hope so. Yep, you are. You are, Card Chick. I can see you. Hopefully we're all back now. And we are gluing, taping 4 sheets of paper together. Is everybody there? Okay, so then we're going to, if you have 1 sheet of paper that you're doing, where did I put that sheet of paper that I scored? Okay, I'm going to show you how to get to the, with 1 sheet of paper. Okay, you score it on the long side. Hope you guys can see me. And pop out chat again so I can move my camera around so that I can see what you see. Okay, I think I'm good now. Whew, it's a lot to learn to do this. I really appreciate people who do this because, yeah, if my screen goes black or went black for you right now, you might need to just refresh, and you just refresh your browser the way you normally refresh it. Okay, so you're going to score there. You're going to score it in half, and then you're going to score it to make fourths. Depending on what size your paper is, that could be different places. For an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, it's at 2 3/4, 5.5, and 8 1/4. And then we're going to fold it in half, and you're going to trim away these middle 2 sections or slice them open with an X-Acto. I don't like to play with X-Actos, so I just took some scissors and cut off those 2 pieces right there. Alright? Then you fold it back in half, but you squeeze it out. And that makes your book. And you can do this with any size paper that you want. This original book was a full sheet of watercolor paper. So, I think an 11 by 15 sheet of watercolor paper. And you get that size. This is your 8.5 by 11 size. That's too little for me. And even my super duper size paper, which was 4 sheets of cardstock, wasn't enough. So I made 2, and I glued them together back to back. I'm going to go back to my larger sample. because that will be easier to see the things that I'm going to show you to do next. That's my extra paper. So we're at this point here where we got the book folded. You will see that you have some open spaces. There's an open space here from folding the book. I took another sheet of paper and put it inside. I opened it up. I put some glue. Actually, I used double-sided tape right along there and tipped in a piece. I tipped in a piece at the top here that will flip up the same way, double-sided tape. And I've got some more that I'm going to tip in right at the bottom of this because it opens at the bottom here too. Just going to slip it in. Line up my fold, and then there's that piece tipped in. I also have an opening back here, and I've cut myself another sheet of paper, and I'm going to tip it in. This time I hope to be a little smarter and not pull the tape all the way off. And put my fold. I gave myself about a 3/4 of an inch or an inch fold over to put on the inside because I also like to glue those because I'm going to put my tabs, my pull-out tags that we're going to make in some of these same slots. So, excuse me, so I want to glue that down so that it can't catch the tag sliding in and out. So, the book has gone a little crazy. Okay, folds in half on the long way. It squeezes together in the middle. Okay, I have really gotten my book lost. That's the front of my book. There's all my fold outs. So now I'm going to put a tag in here. So in order to put a tag in there, I have to glue this part together. Because I want my tag to pull out of the book this way. So there is still a way to get in there, but I'm going to let my glue set up a little bit. So now I have a tag opening here. I'm going to let that continue to glue itself. I have another one that I can do right here, and I will. So I'm going to glue again down here at the bottom. Now while that glue is setting up, we can decide what size our tags are, and I want to use this die for the pull-out part of my tag. So I have some cardstock here. Cardstock is, this is 8.5, which is good, but 8.5 won't necessarily go through my machine. I didn't think about that. The width of my machine is, the width of this, the depth of this is 5.5. My machine is only 6 inches wide. I'm not going to do tabs on those. I can do tabs on the top ones because, so what I need to create something with my pencil because I don't like to measure. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm marking the edge of this, and I'm going to cut it off at that edge down the length. And I'm going to come in a little bit because we have to remember that there was glue and places to glue and to give ourselves some wiggle room. Alright, I don't cut to length just yet. I do want to see if it will slip in and out. If I made it. Yep, so it will slip in and out. And then I'm going to take my die. I really like these dies because they can cut to any length. The bottom doesn't cut off unless you want it to. They do have a bottom die, but I'm not going to use it. So I'm going to take my die, and I have two choices for the top. I like this really pretty top, and I'm going to line it up on my paper. Let me get my Vagabond ready to go here. It finally came in the mail. This is the Vagabond 2. And I'm pulling it over where I can reach it, but you guys will not actually be able to see what I'm doing with it. Well, you can. Wasn't sure. There's my super long magnetic plate. And I'm going to put my die. I'm going to put it and try to get it nicely centered, but to give myself a little room because it's way taller than it needs to be right now, and that's fine. And then I want to give this a little border. I'm probably going to need to get some tape and tape that, but that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to put my other metal sheet on and roll the dies through. Yep, I didn't use a clear one. You can go to my YouTube and see how I figured that out. That I could use 2 precision base plates. And the die is cut. Okay. My 2 pieces, let me put them back so I don't lose them. That's how I make my tabs. I'm going to shake this out over the garbage, get all the little pieces out. Does anybody have any questions so far? Yep, I'm trying to get all the little pieces out. Well, I'll do that later. But what I do then to make it, the rest of it, the top of the tab, is I take my scissors and just cut across. Take my scissors. Now, the other die set that Heartfelt Creations, can you put it in lengthwise? It would still be too wide. Because this is only, I think, 6 inches wide. And this is bigger. So my paper wouldn't be, I don't think it'll work. I do have an 8.5 inch machine, but I didn't bring that out. So Sometimes I like to cut it at an angle so that I can be sure it doesn't show. And then it will slip right in there. It's a little too tall. You can see it sticking out. It's a little too tall. So then I start chopping at the bottom a little bit. I'm going to chop off at the bottom. I'd rather be too small the first time than too tall. Get in there where the people can see it. And now it's fine. So that's how you make the tabs. And it's still, I can go down just a little more. And it's sticking up. That's how I do that. I've already done all that to the one I really want to make. This was just a prototype to show you guys. And that's pretty much how you make the book. The thing that I did next was I took some stretchy string and put it in the center of the book. Remember, I put two together. This is pretty much where they're joined together, right there. I don't know if you can kind of see in there. Just glued them together with that same glue you saw me using and let it set up. And then I made my tags the exact same way that I showed you. And I've got some die cuts already, die cut from the things that I bought at convention. Yeah, oh, I did take the tabs and make little pockets. And all I did was cut a piece of paper the same width, cut it shorter, glued it on 3 sides. And then I have, actually on 2 sides, because I was afraid stuff might get stuck in there and I might not be able to get to it. So I just glued this side and that side and left this open so I could get things in and out. And this was a die I forgot to show you. This was Tim Holtz. Which one is it? It's mixed media something. One of those mixed medias. I'm probably looking right at the name. Anyway, so I did all that cutting before because I'm going to just decorate the pages. Really wasn't prepared to show you how I do that, but I kept sort of everything. This was the postcard that Inky Annex gave you in their booth. This was the receipt where they were going to mail me mine. This is another way to get something in. I put tape down here, tape on the other side, and tape on the other side. These were 2 different postcards from 2 different stores from the convention. In the center is the convention booklet with that gold stretchy tape like a traveler's notebook. Just kind of slipped it right in there, so I will always have the convention booklet. Did another glue on, tape on piece of paper with the re-inkers that I got also at convention. These are fluid chalk re-inkers, and I got that picket fence ink pad and re-inker. Whoa, brain freeze. Now let me show you all the different toppers that one die will make. Got that one. I got this card from Creek Bank. This one. And this is all from that one die set. Heartfelt Creations dies are expensive, but for this one I feel like it it was worth it because of the versatility. These are all the receipts. We do not want to add that up. So you can just, stick things down in there. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to stamp on my pages. Just alter them up using the things I bought at convention. Does anybody have any more questions before I stop the recording? I know there's a lag, so I will wait to see if you have any questions. Thank you guys for sticking with me with technical difficulties. I measured each of these individually, and I probably should have put them back. Nope, you don't go there. Is it you? Well, I will watch the video and figure out where they go. Thanks, Bonnie, for requesting this class. And I can show you what all the girls look like stamped out. I did not fussy cut these, the scan and cut, fussy cut these. Thank God for that. I did cut this one because I can cut a rectangle. And there they are. Well, if nobody has any questions, I am going to stop the recording.